Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Revell 148 scale JU 87G-1 Stuka build. And in this video, well, last time we painted the interior of the cockpit and the floor and the seats and everything the dark German gray. And in this video, we're going to work on some detailing on that. But before we start on that, I would like to get the faces painted on our pilot and our gunner figure here. I don't have flesh color, but I used this really light tan paint on my P40 pilot, and it turned out pretty good, I thought. So I'm going to do the same thing with these guys. And it took me forever to figure out what I was going to do for the they say paint the pilot suit blue, but it's got kind of a yellowy, mustardy where it's ribbed there in the middle of it. White straps across the X across the chest for the seat belts. Brown helmet and dark brown boots, and then the dark brown gloves. So what I come up with here, the plan, is I'm going to use this blue-gray that I have here for the outer part of the flight suit. I'm going to use this yellow ochre for the middle, and where the rib part is, we'll use the flat white for the seat belt straps. And we're going to use this dark brown for the boots and the gloves. And I'm going to use this mud brown, looks good for the helmet. And then I'll do they're wearing, it's really hard to see, but you can see it in the, if you zoom in on the pilot here, you can see they're wearing headsets to communicate, I'm guessing. But let's go ahead and get started on the faces here so we can do some detail work on the actual interior. I shook them up before I started the video, but it never hurts to, I don't think it's going to hurt it to shake it some more. And this will be pretty quick, actually. We're just going to paint the faces because the really don't need that much. I don't want to lose the detail by flooding their face. And I'm going to go off the lines a little bit. Get the neck. The neck actually has that fuzzy material to keep them warm. What is that? And it might take me a couple applications of this paint to get the faces right. Kind of flooded the brush on the first one. Get their neck here. And I'm not worried about getting the helmet right now. I just want to make sure I get a good coat on their face. Yeah, it really flooded you, huh? We're gonna lose all your facial features. Where'd that? I had a. Oh, here we go. I say I had a towel somewhere here. There we go. I'll wipe a little bit of that off. That'll probably be good for now. It's going to be really hard for me to paint these guys. That looks alright. I'll end up giving them a second coat. But I think that's a good first coat. You can kind of see the fuzzy collars on them. Okay, so we'll put them off to the side. Let them dry for a bit. And I will clean this brush fast. I have a terrible habit of putting my brushes down over here, and then after I'm done with my video, I'll forget to clean the brush. And then I gotta let it sit in thinner for a while. So I'm gonna do that real fast while I'm thinking about it. There we are. Put that one off to the side. Get rid of this paint for now. Put it over there because I'll need to give it another coat, like I said. Close my thinner up, or otherwise I am going to spill it all over the place. So for the interior, I went online. We're going to do a little floor chipping and everything. The seats have little cushions on them, and they do have belts, so that if you don't want to put the pilot on, you can paint the white seat belts and they're hanging there. But there's a headrest for the pilot, and then there's the cushion part there. The gunner only has cushion part there. The back of the seat, from what I've seen, is just metal. But those are going to be a brown color. And what I decided to do is use this color, which is a light brown. When it dried, it seemed to match the photos that I saw online pretty good. So why don't we go ahead, we'll use this brush, and we'll paint those quick. I cut me a little painter's palette here out of my cardstock. Another reason why these are probably going to take a couple coats is because it's the model air paint. It's already thin for airbrushing. Kind of limited on my choices of paint. I didn't quite... these I bought because they're actually the Panzer colors, I think, for the tanks. And some of them are the Luftwaffe colors from that set I just purchased. Actually, I think all my Vallejos are model air, from the look of it. So I'm just going to dab a little bit right there, like that. And let's see how this goes. I'm going to take the glasses off so I can see a little bit better. So I do not have bifocals on this one. We'll just get some paint on our brush here and we'll start painting our seat cushion. And yeah, that's a Ronnie paint, so it is going to take a few coats. But we'll get one coat on. I really need to invest in some of those the non-thinned ones. There we go. One thing about this stuff is, since it is thin, it should level out pretty good. Shouldn't see terrible brush strokes anyway. Hopefully. I think I'll call that a first coat for that. Kind of a mess, but it's a start. And I think I'll do the top last. This one I don't have to be as careful with. Famous last words. Should be careful with all of it. We're kind of painting around the our control stick here. Which is the best angle to go by here? This way? Yep, I'm spilling all over now. Let's take it off here. There's plenty of paint there. Like that. And I'm gonna have to tilt it like this, I think. Oh boy, I'm shaking. And the thing is, the pilot's going to be in the seat, so we probably aren't going to really see any of this. Yeah, that'll work. But we need to get a little bit better here on this corner. Like that. And now we'll just paint the headrest here quick. See if I can get this corner a little better. There we go. That looks a little bit better. And our headrest will give a first coat too. If I'm even on camera for you to see anything. And at the moment it looks a little splotchy, but that's because it's the first coat. It'll get better. So I can put that off and let that dry. Well, before we do that, let's get our, we gotta paint the top of the stick flat black is what it says. Keep losing my towel. Oh, there it is. Tell you what, I place things places and forget where I put them right away. Put that over by the paint booth. Now for that, I'm going to put that off to here because we've used it. Now we're going to go with a flat black. And I better clean this brush before I forget. Multiple paints, multiple brushes tonight. I need to replace that thinner. Still cleans though. Okay, put that one back over here. We're at 17 minutes. I think we'll just paint this and then I'll just do the other one in a different video. We'll work on the rest of that there. This is the pointiest brush I got. That's why I chose this one. So we're going to be doing some fine detail work on the sides of the interior of the fuselage. And what I really need to do is get one of those magnet things, or not magnet, magnetizing, like the jewelers use to, so they can actually see these little parts. There we go. You gotta get some paint on the brush. At the top, and we got all around there. So there is the cockpit floor and seats for the first coat. We got that, the top of the control stick, the handle. Had to think about what they call that. That's a handle. And we'll let that set off to dry and end up giving that another coat when we do the faces and everything again. But I'm going to call that a video, and in the next video, what we need to do is all these little boxes here look like they're going to be a flat black according to what I've seen on the internet, and then they got like some yellow cables and whatnot coming off of it. But we're going to paint them boxes and everything the flat black to just give it a little bit of detail. There isn't a whole lot, but there is some, so we got something to work with. I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.